This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 27th day of October in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Led by businessman and newspaper owner Glenn Lal, a large group of concerned citizens picketed outside the president's office this morning, demanding a renegotiation of the oil contracts with the Exxon company and calling for the removal of Vice President Barrett Jagdeo from his position overlooking the oil sector.
The issues the government and the opposition is raising about these new oil blocks, my friends, my fellow Guyanese, it has nothing to do with a big cake, the Stabroek Block Basin. What these guys keep focusing on and misleading this nation is on 14 and 16 tiny little oil blocks that has nothing inside. They have changed, they have developed a new PSA, a new model contract for the 14 tiny oil blocks that has not got a drop of oil that has been discovered in any one of them yet. They have been deliberately sidetracking the Stabroek block with every single trillions of US dollars in oil, and they have not been talking anything about that.
Another protester said in her view the oil blocks belong to all the people of Guyana, and the government should therefore consider the people more in its negotiation of oil contracts.
These blocks belong to the Guyanese society. And if we're not getting a good deal on it, they should take it back and, give it back to someone who can give us more, more profit, more taxes, ring fencing of these oil blocks and everything else, so that we won't have a situation where we have to do this.
Businessman Glenn Lal, who has built up a large following by speaking out against the oil contracts and calling for renegotiation of the oil deals, said it is time that Guyana starts protecting its oil resources and its interests.
In this country, our government and the silence of the opposition is allowing all the oil companies to gather their cash, invest their money into Guyana, charging us interest in which we have no control over that. The World Bank, the IMF, the CDB, every financial institution of this world has been warning and begging Guyana to cap the interest rates. Man, at least you're paying interest, cap it. Even to that, these chaps not doing. They have not done it in Liza 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They're going to grant the 6th project without correcting any of the wrongs in those projects. Come on, how much more are we going to take in this land?
Lal said many Guyanese are facing tough times, and that is the reason why he has been pushing for the contracts to be renegotiated, so that the country could get more and citizens could begin receiving the true benefits. He also said the government is handing out new oil blocks while refusing to deal with the issues in the contract for the Stabroek block, which is the oil block that has delivered billions of barrels in oil equivalent for the ExxonMobil company. Lal has been leading a social media and radio campaign against the government and the opposition, calling on both sides to do a better job at protecting Guyana's oil resources. He said the picketing and protests will continue. More news coming up in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Andrea King, Miss World Guyana, and your Pinktober Ambassador 2023. Come take a run with me. Now that we've got the route down, I look forward to seeing you on October 29, 6 a.m. right here at Everest Ground as we walk and run for a cause. Remember, we are many hands with caring hearts.
Oh
my lord. I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup.
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Join Six Vibes and Stems Hospitality and Outside Lounge as they present the most epic party of the year. Colors Ignite. Silent Headphone Party. Friday, 27th of October, 2023 at Outside Lounge. Secure our limited headphones for just $5,000 and party to the rhythm of your choice. Colors Ignite. Silent Headphone Party.
Oh, this is sick.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
Guyana's National Assembly will meet next Friday morning for an extraordinary sitting. Clerk of the National Assembly, Sherlock Isaacs, has revealed. The notice, which was sent to parliamentarians today, stated that the urgent sitting of Parliament is to consider a motion in relation to the ongoing border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela. The parliamentary sitting comes on the heels of a meeting between President Irfan Ali and the opposition leader Aubrey Norton. The two sides have agreed on a unified front in relation to the border controversy. On Wednesday, the National Assembly's Committee on Foreign Relations agreed to the framework for the motion on the Guyana-Venezuela border controversy, which will be tabled next week. Opposition Member of Parliament Amanzo Walton Desir said there's a whole lot more that needs to be done to inform and educate the public locally about the border controversy.
That there has to be a robust education program for the youngest child. Our intensity as it relates to educating our population has to match that of Venezuela's. They're taught from nursery that Essequibo belongs to them, and we have to see that concomitant intensity here. We have to also point out that this matter is currently before the ICJ, and therefore there is no derogation from that as it relates to Venezuela's call for dialogue, etc.
The motion to be laid in the National Assembly, among other things, will seek to increase public awareness on the controversy and have continuous education about the historical and current facts surrounding Venezuela's claim. Venezuela's planned referendum and its approved questions for the referendum later this year have set off a wave of criticism, with the government of Guyana accusing Venezuela of trying to annex parts of the country's territory in contravention with international law. CARICOM and the Organization of American States have also rejected the referendum, stating that international law strictly prohibits the government of one state from unilaterally seizing, annexing, or incorporating the territory of another state, and noted that the referendum will open the floor to the possible violation of that fundamental tenet of international law. The Sheriff Group of companies today turned the sod for the commencement of construction of a $5 billion mall at Palmyra in Region 6. Sheriff Mall is planned to be built in 4 phases, with the first phase expected to be completed in August of next year, representing an investment of 1.3 billion Guyana dollars. The state-of-the-art facility is expected to provide a vibrant shopping and entertainment experience for the people of Berbice and contribute significantly to the region's economic growth. The Region 6 Chairman David Armugan hailed the project as significant and said it will contribute immensely to the economy of Berbice. And in his remarks, the managing director of the Sheriff Group, Amir Ahmad, spoke of his enthusiasm for the project's impact on Berbice and the nation at large. He said the Sheriff Mall is not just a shopping center. It's a testament to the company's belief in the potential of the Berbice region. According to him, the mall will be a place where shoppers can explore an array of retail outlets, from high-end fashion boutiques to cozy stores, offering everything from the latest trends to timeless classics. And the president of the Berbice Chamber of Commerce, Samantha Reed, hailed the investment as one that will bring development to the Berbice region.
Join 6 Vibes and Stems Hospitality and Outside Lounge as they present the most epic party of the year. Colors Ignite Silent Headphone Party. Friday, 27th of October, 2023 at Outside Lounge. Secure our limited headphones for just $5,000 and party to the rhythm of your choice. Colors Ignite Silent Headphone Party.
Oh, this is sick.
Are you looking for men's suits for that wedding, prom, or special party? Or maybe you need to update your wardrobe with a modern fit or a new color for work? Search no more, because John Lewis Styles is the perfect men's suit store. Come see us on Waterloo Street, and our friendly staff will help you choose the perfect size, color, and fit. Complement that suit with a stunning shirt and tie, matching bow tie and suspenders, cufflinks, or even a pair of shiny dress shoes. You will love the way you look. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
The government of Guyana is not interested in signing long-term agreements with companies to supply emergency power, as there are major projects coming on stream that will address the power supply issues. Speaking at his party's press conference yesterday, Second Vice President Barra Jagdeo said the government still believes that the Amilo Falls hydropower project and the gas-to-energy project are the country's best bet to address the power woes. He said both of those projects will come up cheaper than going outside for a long-term agreement. In his estimation, the projects will also stabilize power supply and have surplus power for the government to sell.
If you sign a long-term or 5 years agreement at 15 cents per kilowatt hour, when our power plant comes in, the 300 megawatts there, and we have to turn off all of the existing units around the country in the interconnected grid from Parika right up to Crabwood Creek, and then starting to go up to Linden, because we supply back power to Linden. And supply now from the stable, cheaper power, we turn off all the units and put them into reserve. And we have a long-term power purchase agreement with someone now for emergency power. We'd still have to pay them for power that we're not using.
Mr. Jagdeo, however, admitted that the government has been trying as far as possible to address the current power issues, although there is a gap between the demand and supply. But he said the situation is not dire and one that warrants a long-term intervention.
You don't want to lock into agreement that you have to pay for things you're not using. APNU would do that easily. They would just go and sign it. We're not APNU. We're not going to do that. And that is why we opted. When we look at buying power, there is a proposal from a very important company. They're supplying power now to many parts of the world, in Africa, etc. They'll bring a ship and supply you with the power in a month. But when we look at, they want a minimum 5 years agreement. When we look at the capital cost alone for 20-something megawatts in 5 years, what we will repay, when you calculated it as cents per kilowatt hour, 6 cents per kilowatt hour only in capital cost.
According to the second vice president, if the government opts to buy the same power plants, it will spend $60 million less. He said the government intends to purchase those power plants to use as reserves. Some good news to report in the health sector. The Georgetown Public Hospital has announced that it will be removing fees associated with knee and hip replacement surgeries, including revision procedures. The public hospital said the move is a significant enhancement to its medical services. Previously, there was a subsidized cost associated with knee and hip replacement surgeries at the hospital, and revisions were not available within the hospital's services. The decision was made by the GPHC board following a proposal from the management of the hospital. In its statement today, the Georgetown Hospital noted that the decision will ensure that patients receive high-quality medical care without the burden of financial constraints. The hospital said it is dedicated to prioritizing the well-being of its patients and ensuring that they have access to the best possible medical treatment. The initiative aligns with the hospital's mission to serve the public and make healthcare services accessible for everyone, the hospital CEO Robbie Rambaran stated. The latest decision, according to the Georgetown Hospital, reflects its ongoing commitment to providing accessible and comprehensive healthcare services to the public. The newly elected president of the Guyana Gold and Diamond Miners Association, businessman Ronaldo Alfonso, has issued a call for the government to address the problem of raiders in the gold industry. In a statement, Mr. Alfonso said with over 2 decades of experience in mining, he has witnessed the challenges faced by miners of all scales and wants the government to take serious action against the raiders in the gold sector and those responsible for smuggling. He also called on miners to increase their gold production and declarations. Recently, the Guyana Gold Board raised concern about gold production and many miners not declaring their gold. The new GGDMA president said gold mining is like the good wife, and miners must not be distracted by the new girl, known as oil and gas. He revealed plans to host an open day to learn about and look at ways to address many of the other issues facing miners in Guyana. The immediate past president of the GGDMA, Andron Alfonso, in his outgoing speech, thanked the membership of this association for their faith in him for the past 2 years. And he called on the association to continue to work to advocate for miners' rights and to remain relevant in the face of the oil and gas sector. He also called on members to work together to ensure that the sector, which has helped to build Guyana, continue to have a long and bright future. The other members of the new GGDMA Management Committee are Marcus Debrina, who was elected as Vice President, Azim Baksh as Secretary, Mr. Patrick Harding returned as Treasurer, Mr. Joel Alfonso was elected as the Organizing Secretary, while Ms. Vishanti Balgobin, Mr. Terence Adams, Mr. Terry Singh, and Mr. Sean King were elected as members of the Management Committee.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation, Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? You know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack. And the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
No. The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait. I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, man. You didn't know that? Yes. All self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
Across the region tonight, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, said the recent agreement by the U.S. to allow Trinidad and Tobago to purchase natural gas from Venezuela, despite U.S. sanctions against the South American country remaining intact, was a triumph for Trinidad and Tobago. He noted that it was only made possible through the efforts of a number of lobbyists in the U.S., along with representations from a number of persons the country had forged relationships with. Prior to the development, Venezuela was prevented from receiving payments in any form for gas sold to Trinidad and Tobago. Prime Minister Rowley said in light of the new development, Energy Minister Stuart Young will head off to Venezuela to finalize the conditions on the term sheet, while Trinidad and Tobago's partner Shell will be moving full speed ahead with the technical side of the deal. He said the deal with Venezuela is a long-term arrangement and not a today for tomorrow transaction. El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele formally filed paperwork late yesterday to run for re-election next year, despite concerns over his constitutional eligibility to seek a consecutive term. The 42-year-old Bukele enjoys strong public support and announced last year he would contest next February's presidential election. While critics question Bukele's ability to seek a second term, citing a constitutional prohibition, the country's top court ruled he could run in 2021. The judges on the court were appointed by Congress, which is controlled by the president's New Ideas party. Bukele, the former mayor of San Salvador and a high-profile Bitcoin promoter, broke 3 decades of two-party dominance in Salvadoran politics with his victory back in 2019. A recent poll conducted by the Center for Citizen Studies at the Francisco University gave his party 70% of the support compared to just over 4% for his closest competitor. And finally tonight, international news. South Africa's parliament has passed a major education bill that could see parents face jail time if their children are not in school. Under the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill, they could be jailed for up to 12 months if their children are truant or if they are not enrolled when they reach school age. The bill also introduces a ban on corporal punishment in all schools. It is the biggest education overhaul since the end of apartheid in 1994. The governing party, the African National Congress, says the bill will transform the education system to address historical and present challenges in South Africa. However, the biggest opposition party, Democratic Alliance, has condemned the bill, saying it gives the state too much control over schools and will lead to the collapse of the education sector across South Africa. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight and this week. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting and encouraging you to have a safe and enjoyable weekend.